We're here today with Kevin Brooks, the president of the Property Owners Association here at Appalachian Villas. First off, Mr. Brooks, I'd like to thank you for giving us time to talk to you today.
Well, thank you for coming out and helping us try to address the problem.
To start off, Mr. Brooks, would you please just kind of give us a timeline of what's been going on and an overview of the issues that the Villas has had to deal with lately?
Okay. Well, this thing goes way back to the beginning of when this unit, when all these units were built. There was a plan submitted by the developer to the City of Jasper according to what they were going to do here. And the plans called for a retention pond, and they called for a cement retaining wall to be built down on the other side of the hill here to keep from having erosion problems. And what they did was they didn't do any of that. The hill is too steep, so we've got erosion problems, and we're afraid that eventually some of these units might start to go down the hill with all the erosion. And the city has been involved in it over the years for the last, I guess, going back 7 or 8 years now. They have done some work to try to solve the problem. This was 4 or 5 years ago, and it kind of is like a band-aid. It kept the problem at bay for a little while, but it's back again now, and we're starting to see a lot of erosion again. And so now we're sitting here wanting the city to come out and correct the problem, since they caused the problem to begin with because they didn't make sure all this property was developed correctly. And they're saying they can't help us because there is a lawsuit from the adjoining property owner stating that they can't do anything while that lawsuit is in effect. And the lawsuit's in effect because the city didn't make sure this was all developed properly to begin with. So we're kind of stuck here holding the bag, not knowing where to go for our next move.
What has the Property Owners Association tried to do on their own, and how much money have they actually spent trying to fix the problem on their own?
Well, to date, the money we spent is probably minimal, but we did have an engineering firm come out and look at the problem, and they gave us an estimate on what they would charge us to come out and fix the problem, and it was about $138,000, best I can remember. So it's going to take a good bit of money to correct the situation. And we got a lot of retired people here on fixed incomes, and it's hard to come up with that kind of money from just a little development with 25 units in it.
Because this area has lacked a retention wall, or a retaining wall rather, and a retention pond, if they put it in now, is it too late? I mean, for the problems that have already started, or will it be able to correct what has already happened?
Well, if they come in now and address the issues and fix it like it should have been done to begin with, they could solve all the problems. It could be taken care of. It's just a matter of people willing to do the right thing here.
What, when you as the president of the Property Owners Association addressed the board or the mayor and the City of Jasper, what was their reaction to your request, and what are your opinions on that?
Well, the mayor's response was, since there's a lawsuit that's filed by the adjoining property owner, that he can't come over here and do anything as long as that lawsuit is in effect. And I guess my opinion is, you know, if he would have taken care of this problem initially, I mean, when all this was planned and built, there wouldn't be a lawsuit, and we wouldn't be having the erosion problems. And so I guess in my opinion, I think the mayor needs to get into some negotiation with the property owner and find out what can be done to resolve the problems here.
I've also heard that some of the owners have had trouble with insurance because of the problems. I mean, is there a level of uncertainty in regards to insurance because of this problem?
I think from my understanding of the insurance issue, it's that insurance doesn't cover problems related to erosion. So if these units, you know, if the erosion gets to the point where some of these units, you know, foundations start cracking, or if they start washing, or, you know, off their foundation, then their insurance doesn't cover it. So, I mean, they're just going to be out their house and whatever they've got invested in their homes. So I think, you know, as far as normal insurance like fire and all that, I mean, that's still in effect, you know, it doesn't impact that. It's just that there's no insurance for the erosion problems.
Now, what's the status on the actual builder or constructor that was supposed to come in and do this, have you been able to get in contact with this person, or what's the situation on that?
Well, I don't really know the whole situation there. There's been a lot of stuff that went back and forth for years going back before I was even involved. And from what I understand, from what I've heard, is he went bankrupt. I don't know if that's the fact or not, so I can't really speak too much on that part of it.
So at this point in time, what do you think the recommended course of action should be from the city? What do you want them to do to fix this? So it's all, that we get a resolution that you think is needed.
Well, I think the city needs to address the problem. I don't know if with the lawsuit in place, I don't know that they can address the whole problem until that's resolved, but they could come out and do some type of temporary fix, to stop the erosion so that we don't continue to let the problem get worse and worse and eventually impact some of these homes. So that's what we would like to see done, and ultimately we would like to see the city step up and make sure the work that was originally should have been done, that they were supposed to oversee when these units were planned and built. We'd like to see that they step up and make this development like it should have been.
Well, Mr. Brooks, thank you for your time, and we wish you good luck in getting this problem solved.
All right, well, thank you for coming out.